What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Finstalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all punch that like button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know about the channel. Miami Dolphins running it back with McDaniels and Tua, but not Greer? Question mark. All right, we're gonna talk about that. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you punch that like button. My notifications aren't going off out. I received a message from YouTube. Looked like they had me in jail for a few hours, but I'm released now. So hopefully they don't try me with the lack of notifications. All right. So again, I need y'all help. Punch that like button. Shout out to Cap for Life in the building. Salute to you, homie. Let me make sure my guy got the mod on over here. Make sure some of y'all got the mod. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through YouTube to do it. We'll do it later. All right, Clemente, I see you. Jason Dub, Sko, Flick Shorts in the building. The homie is here. Lakers, all day dope. What's up, man? Fire all three. Boy. The ambassador, Chef Jew, my brother in the building. Dolphineer in the house. What up, AR Wilson? Anyway, everybody coming in, let me go ahead and get to business. We're going to start doing streams where we get down to more business as soon as possible. Listen, first of all, this stream is being powered by Layup. Take advantage of Layup. We've been talking about Layup for quite some time now. It's been a few weeks that we've been going through everything that Layup has to offer. I've partnered with them. I'm going to give y'all a whole lot more on that later in the video. But again, the QR code is right here on the screen. You can go ahead and click on it if you want to download the Layup app so you can take advantage of all the opportunities that they have to offer. I just love playing Layup. Layup sends me 3 picks every single day. All right. If you hit all your picks in a day, I'll get to win a payout. All right. Multiple days correct in a week increases that payout. I like the chances to win big, so I pretty much just save more and more with Layup to increase the prizes. All right. You need to play Layup. Go ahead and get it. This is the one where you don't have to feel bad about losing your money on your parlays and stuff because you can't lose with Layup. All right. You actually get incentivized even more with the more money you save on the app. We're going to get into more of that in details as the stream goes on, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little bit of a lag trying to figure that out. But y'all bear with me. We'll figure it out eventually. But anyway, let's get into it. Was I the only one saw Ross celebrating? Did y'all see Steven Ross celebrating after the game? Yes or no in the chat? Steven Ross was celebrating like we just won the AFC and heading to the Super Bowl. He was celebrating. And nothing's wrong with celebrating, especially after a win. But what it tells you is that he don't have a problem with what's going on right now with the organization. Not only that, but guess what he did in the locker room? He threw Mike McDaniel the game ball. He threw Mike McDaniel the game ball, all smiles. I'm going to tell y'all now, Mike McDaniel is safe. Tua obviously safe. And we're going to move on and we're going to try this again. But that don't mean Chris Grier is safe. Did anybody see Chris Grier yesterday? Did anybody see Chris Grier chuckled up with him? It does not mean Chris Grier is safe. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Chris Grier should get fired? I know what I think, but I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think Chris Grier should get fired? And I already know I'm going to have a chat full of people that's saying yes. But I got to ask you this. Why? Why should Chris Grier get fired? What has he done that's been so negligent? And you got to answer that question without mentioning Tua's name. Because you go out, you get you a quarterback, you ain't going to always hit. Not saying he didn't hit with Tua. I'm just saying outside of the quarterback situation, what did he do wrong? The draft? Did he do something wrong with the draft? You want to know something that's interesting? Noah Igbenogany out here balling for the Washington Commanders. Brandon Jones is playing big time for the Denver Broncos. Did y'all know Bobby McCain got picked up by the Vikings and already balling? Yeah, I'm not saying all his picks are good, but some of the notable ones that we've shunned him for, they've gone to other teams, and some of them look really good. Some of them look really good. Pro Under Pressure says stop. I'm just saying, Noah out here, he's like one of the best nickel corners in the league with Washington. Brandon Jones is playing out his mind for Denver. And I almost blew a gasket when I saw Bobby McCain for the Minnesota Vikings playing well. C007 say you took me off the mod. I'm so sad. I didn't take you off the mod. Well, technically I did. I took everybody off the mod by mistake. Y'all know my rule. The people that I block, every 3 months I go back in the system and I unblock them because I believe in forgiveness. And instead of unblocking them, I made a mistake and basically deleted all my mods. So everybody who says you took me off a mod, that's my only opportunity to put it back. And by the way, for people like, hey, put my mod back outside of the video, you're not allowed to add a mod other than during the live stream. You can only add a mod during an actual live stream. So when people see me on Twitter, hey, can you put my mod back? You got to let me know during the stream. So just like C007, I just got his mod back. All right. But anyway, let me keep cooking. I don't want to get into the mod thing right now. Let me keep cooking. But yeah, Chris Grier, man, what has been his biggest travesty? And you can't talk about the quarterback. What has been his biggest travesty? What has been his biggest, you failed right here? That's what I'm trying to understand. He hasn't built a Super Bowl contending football team. I mean, he's brought in a lot of good players. He's brought in a lot of good players. He didn't keep Christian Wilkins. I mean, can we fault the guy for trying to, protect his investment in the quarterback? Development of players. It's not the general manager's job to develop players. That's the coach's job. Like, what is Chris Grier's biggest issue? What's his biggest issue? Like I said, y'all say his drafting, but he's brought in a lot of good players, man. Trading first-round picks for expensive players. Yeah, I understand that could be an issue, but he was trying to protect his investment. O-line. Are we really going to blame Chris Grier for the O-line? Chris Grier drafted Austin Jackson and Robert Hunt. It was Mike McDaniel who sat him down and everybody and gave him a presentation begging them not to invest in the O-line because the guys they have are good enough. Will Chris Grier survive? Because these are all the talking points he's going to have in the office when he might be fighting for his job. When he's asked, what reason should we keep you as the general manager moving forward? Not pay Robert Hunt and Van Ginkel. That was a lot of money to have to pay Robert Hunt. All right, well, let me break it down for y'all, okay? First of all, there's plenty blame to go around in this organization. Mike McDaniel getting the game ball from Stephen Ross is a massive sign that Stephen Ross don't have a problem with Mike McDaniel. We don't know how he feels about Chris Grier. Maybe he throws him the game ball next week. I don't know. But right now, that seems like it might be the odd man out. But let me show you why everybody is to blame. Everybody. All the way down to Stephen Ross. So let's start with Chris Grier. What has Chris Grier done wrong, ladies and gentlemen? It's simple. Chris Grier is paid to predict the future. Let me say that again. If people don't understand what a general manager's job is as far as personnel, it is their job to predict the future. And Chris Grier's biggest crime is his inability to predict the future. What has he not predicted correctly? Almost everything. Example, it doesn't have to be whether or not a player's going to be good, but you have to predict when you need to pay them. For instance, we lost Christian Wilkins because he did not predict that he would become what he became that last year, which put us in a situation where we didn't sign him on an extension the year earlier, which wouldn't have even been close to the amount that he got. You got to predict these things early. And this goes all the way down the table. Robert Hunt, you should have predicted that a year early and did an extension after year 3 instead of waiting on year 4 to play out to see if you've earned it. See, this notion of I'm not going to give you an extension. I want you to earn the opportunity to go into free agency and bet on yourself. You can take these peanuts I'm offering you now. See, here's the difference. This is what Chris Grier does in these moments after year 3. He offers you $7 when the player's worth 8.5. And then when they ball out, they're worth 10. Then he realizes, well, I ain't never was going to pay you 10. That's what he does. He lowballs the offer instead of a fair offer. And then how many times has he said in a press conference, they earned the right to, enjoy free agency and we want to give them that opportunity. They've earned the right. He's making these players take it or leave it, cheap prices, take it or leave it. And you earn the right for free agent or you don't. If you bust out, now I'm going to go even lower. If you ball out, hey, you earned it. You earned it. That ain't nothing I could say. I got this one wrong. You were asking for 8.5. Now you worth 10. My bad. I was wrong. I should have never offered you 7. That's who he is. The thing that I don't like about that is that it's your job to project what they're about to be. So if you project, see, and this is part of the problem. Chris Grier didn't project Robert Hunt to have a last season of just staying that solid for 4 years. He didn't project Christian Wilkins to take yet another step forward. He didn't expect these things. He expected more of the same, which is still good, but more of the same. He didn't forecast it. He didn't believe it was going to happen, thus leaving us in this situation. Do you want to know the only player that he forecasted correctly? I want to see if y'all know. Put it in the chat. It's probably one of the only ones he signed. There's only one guy on this roster that he forecasted correctly. And he wins. You want to know who that is? Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson. He didn't forecast Zeller correctly. Zeller's exactly where he should be. And let's get this straight too, because I know that a lot of people hate when I have these conversations, but let's just call it what it is. So y'all are about to get mad at me over a few players, but I don't care because I try to tell y'all, and then when time tells, you don't come back and say you were right. Just like I told y'all about Xavier Howard all these years. Just like I've been telling y'all about Javon Holland. Like, come on, chat. Well, right here in this very moment, speak up. Tell me I wasn't getting flack for telling y'all about Holland over the last 2 years. Tell me they weren't coming for my neck. Oh, you really ain't a fan. Holland the best thing we got. You tripping. Holland's amazing. You don't know ball. Coming for my neck, and I'm trying to tell y'all he not what y'all think. Now y'all about to get mad at these few guys. Zeller ain't all of that. Zeller makes plays. But y'all act like Zeller is one of these. Zeller not even sniffing Pro Bowl. Like maybe he can make it. No. He makes a few plays here and there. He is solid. And don't get me wrong, I love Zeller. He belongs on this team. I want him on this team. But he's solid. Stop making it seem like, oh, Chris Grier got that right. No, he getting exactly what he earned, he deserved. Now I'm about to give you the coup de grace. Y'all gonna really get mad at me. Oh, see, this is where if you want to sell out and just lie to people and don't give them your real true feelings, I would never say this. But I'm gonna say it anyway, because I ain't bought and paid for by nobody. And I get to live in my truth. I'm still not impressed with Chop Robinson. Just like the slamming of the hammer yesterday. Purdy had the ball in his hands for 12 seconds. Like, you look at that Purdy like, why you ain't just throw it away? I'm still not impressed. I want to see in the biggest games when it matter, you wrecking havoc. That ain't him. Chop has 6 sacks. Not too bad, TD. Did you not see the sack yesterday? Purdy holding the ball for 12 seconds. Purdy shook him, got away from him. Shook him again, got away from him. Then he just looking. Then Purdy cut back in, right into him. TD, you tripping. I was tripping by Holland too, huh? Y'all act like circumstances don't matter. Do I need to pull up the sack again so y'all can see it? Y'all act like this was this, oh, he bullied and got there and got him. No, he had to chase the man all the way to the sideline and missed him twice. And Purdy dumb behind sitting there holding on to the football, Right, it goes right into him. And we look at that and we say, oh, Jason Taylor. What? I'm not saying he ain't going to be great, but I'm not finna sit here and anoint this man like y'all always do. Same thing y'all did with Javon Holland for the last 2 years. Anointing this man. Now y'all don't know who he is. Now it's nothing but Javon Holland slander. Chop better than Phillips. He got a better burst. He do got a better burst, and that's what I like about Chop. That release off the line is quick, but it's gonna get you but so far. See, you can get to these bum quarterbacks all day, but the quarterbacks who got good pocket awareness, you always going around too much, and you lack control on that bend on the very end. You got to hope the quarterback's stupid and fading back. He doesn't, and I ain't gonna say he lacked control. That's the area of improvement, having control on that back end of the bend, coming around. Because the speed, he flying around so fast, is hard to control at the top. Hard to control at the top. And also, don't be fooled by these delayed blitzes and stuff, forcing the quarterback one way or another, and we get sacks. See, you got to look at a guy with sacks. See, a scheme can get you a lot of sacks. A scheme can get you a lot of sacks. But when you got one of them guys, you got to look at guys as just dominant. It don't matter with the scheme. I'm going to beat you. Matter of fact, I'm going to bully you. I call BS. Well, guess what? I could be totally wrong. I told y'all with Javon Holland the last 2 years. This is just what I'm seeing. I could be wrong. We gonna see. I could be totally wrong. I'm not claiming to know it all. All I'm telling y'all is, based off of my evaluation of Chop Robinson so far, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not acting like we got our guy. Y'all been saying that about Jalen Phillips for 3 years now. Or 4. I don't even know how many years he been in now. He been hurt so much. But y'all been saying that about him. We'll know for sure next season. Maybe. We'll see. You can't talk about Chop. He's a rookie. I agree, but that's my point. You can't talk about him either way. That's the point. People like, oh, TD, we got the next Jason Taylor and Chop. Like, dang, chill out. I'm not impressed yet. I'm okay with what I'm seeing. Okay. Let's build on this. But I'm not impressed yet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Chop is a bust. Chop ain't no good. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I'm not impressed yet. There's a lot of hype to this right now. I mean, we gonna sit here and really act like he's Michael Parsons? Rookie? Is that what we gonna do? That's all I'm saying. Let's not do that. So Grier doesn't win much, man. But we'll see. Time always tells. He's ranked 43rd in sacks, by the way. And that ain't bad for a rookie, though. I know that may look like that's 43rd ain't nothing. As for a rookie, that's not bad, you know? I mean, it ain't great, but it ain't bad. It ain't a game changer, but it ain't bad. We don't know what we have. All I'm doing is telling people, why do y'all do this? Y'all go 100 degrees on anything positive, but you go 10 degrees on anything negative. Like if Chop has 0 sacks right now, oh, well, he's a rookie. Y'all chill. But then if he got 6, oh, Chop is Jason Taylor. I'm about to say Zach Thomas. He's Jason Taylor. That's all I be saying, because I'd like to talk football, but having like, if we're looking at things that much different, it's hard to really talk it. Like, I was just finna say that. Somebody put his name in the chat. I mean, y'all act like we brought in Chop and he's better than Van Ginkel. And Van Ginkel is like a hybrid player. He's not even better than Van Ginkel, who has 11, I think, sacks on the year so far this year. Interceptions, fumble forces, fumble recoveries. They're talking about potential Pro Bowl and even mentioning his name with getting all pro votes, which I don't think that'll happen, but who knows? But I think he might actually be in a Pro Bowl this year. Do y'all know that the Dolphins only have one player that might make the Pro Bowl this year? Y'all know who that is? We might have one player that make the Pro Bowl this year. Now, when people drop out, anybody could be an alternate. But we might have one player that ain't no Ramsey. The player that got the best chance of making the Pro Bowl for the Dolphins this year is Jonnu Smith. Maybe. And well, Sanders, 2 players. Sanders definitely. Sanders is probably going to be the Pro Bowl kicker. A-Chain ain't making no Pro Bowl. Stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, you good? My bad. The wife was just calling, making sure she was good. But yeah, man, I was finna say something right before she called. We were talking about Sanders will probably get in. Yeah, A-Chain. Y'all stop. Please stop. 1,400 all-purpose yards. Man, there's people out here 1,400 yards just rushing. Like, man. See, okay, as a content creator, right? You want to know what's one of the most frustrating things for a content creator for a team? Somebody who talks about the team on YouTube like I do. One of the most frustrating things is that more than 50% of the people that are viewing you, they only pay attention to the Dolphins. So when you say something league-wise, like A-Chain, Pro Bowl, no, they don't get it. They don't get it. So you think that they would put A-Chain in the Pro Bowl over B. James Cook? And maybe. You think they're going to put A-Chain in the Pro Bowl over Derrick Henry? Jonathan Taylor and all these guys? Cooks, Taylor, Henry, Pro Bowl. Yeah, that's what I got, but I could be wrong. It could be others I ain't thinking about right now. And I'm pulling some stats up anyway. Well, Barkley's in the NFC. We talk about Pro Bowl right now. Yeah, like Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than A-Chain has all purpose. As a matter of fact, even when you're talking about rushing yards, A-Chain ain't even in the top 20. Is this right? Or did I miss A-Chain? Maybe I missed them. Yeah, he's not even in the top 20. Can somebody tell me how many rushing yards A-Chain got real quick, please? Lamar Jackson got more rushing yards than A-Chain. Hold on. Something ain't adding up. CD, stop catering to the Tua Nears comments. You're dumbing it down for the rest of us. I'm just, there goes A-Chain. I think he's at like 26th or something with 761 yards. Jaden Daniels got more rushing yards than A-Chain. But my whole point is at that position. See, and another thing that's going to hurt A-Chain, regardless of his yards, nobody care about him because his passing yards are all bubble screens. They're yards. I give him that, but that's how people are going to look at it. That's how they're going to look at it. That's how they're going to look at it. Let me check one more thing out for our guy. Ching. Yeah, yesterday helped him big time too. That 50-yarder helped him big time yesterday. Because before that, he only had one rush over 40 yards, and a lot of these guys got like 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. Interesting. All right. But anyway, yeah, he's not making it. And you know what? He still could make a Pro Bowl, but as an alternate or something like that. You know what I mean? He can make the Pro Bowl as an alternate. It got to be something like that. But I'm going to be honest with you. They might select guys like Mixon, Tony Pollard before they do A-Chain. Yeah, they might. Yeah. They would select those guys before they selected A-Chain. James Cook. Yeah, I ain't look at his. I would need to. True. Hold on. 4. Yeah. It's gonna be tough sledding because even guys like Tony Pollard has like 1,300 all-purpose yards, 100 less, but more so in the field of running back. Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, A-Chain got some weight. Now, if you cook in the last 2 weeks, he can make a case for himself. I will say that. He can definitely make a case for himself. TD, I'm late. You really want to run it back with McDaniel and Tua? I didn't say I wanted to. I said that we're going to. Stephen Ross, it looked like he done gave the seal of approval to Mike McDaniel, but I don't know if that's the same for Chris Grier. And again, y'all, Chris Grier has failed in a lot of areas, but he got excuses too. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to Chris Grier and his inability to take charge. Let me tell you what I think the problem is with the Dolphins. and this is from the outside looking in, so I'm making a huge assumption here, right? So I'm saying that for the people that's about to be like, you don't know that. That's why I feel like some of y'all weird. I'll even say what I'm about to say, as in I'm making an assumption, and y'all will still say something like that. But here it is. Here's what I think the problem with the Dolphins are. I think it's the chain of command that's the real issue with Miami. I think the chain of command is the issue. What do I mean by that? You know how we always hear about the advisors like Dan Marino and like it's so many guys that like they're a part of the advising group to Stephen Ross. They make, so when a big decision has to be made, all of them get in a room and they give their opinions on it and they advise and they all come to an agreement or a decision. I think that's one of the biggest issues. And that's why Stephen Ross be rolling with this crap. It could only be, and let me tell you why I feel that way. It's because there ain't been no accountability of Chris Grier or Stephen Ross. Or Mike McDaniel. But maybe the reason why there's not been any accountability is because how can you hold somebody accountable if everybody made the decision? I think that's what's going on. Stephen Ross ain't a football guy. That's why he got all these advisors. And they advise Ross in conjunction with Chris Grier. I think that's what's happening. And there is no, if all the advisors are telling Chris Grier, yeah, man, hey, this is just some bad luck right now. We all believe that this team healthy can compete with anybody. And Chris Grier comes into town, man, we're just in a situation where we're having a bad string of injuries right now. Nobody expects their top this to go out, their top that. All of them can make excuses if they all agreed on the original decision. And Stephen Ross don't know. He's listening to football minds, people who played, people who, okay, I understand. You got to be patient. Franchises go through this, Ross. Okay, I understand. He ain't got no pushback. If his advisors on the same page as Grier and McDaniels, there ain't no pushback in no level. There ain't no accountability at no level. Nobody could be held accountable either because we all made the decision. Somebody said just like the 49ers. I don't know how it was going on in their front office. I don't know. But I think that's really the issue. I think that's the issue, which means we're doomed regardless. We all think Grier should go. But if Grier isn't fired this offseason, that tells me that they all been making these decisions and they can't hold him accountable. And you know what tells me that? When you got situations like Mike McDaniel called everybody in the room, all the advisors and Grier and all the front office. Remember, they said it was the front office. He called everybody, a room full of people, and I showed them why we don't need the O-line. And I convinced them all. He convinced them all. Injury-wise, Game Boy, I got you. 49ers. So, we stuck. We stuck. We're stuck. And the saddest part is I think we're going to chuck it all to the fact of we just had some bad misfortune. I know that this roster could have did it, but we just had bad misfortunes. Our quarterback kept getting hurt. Certain guys were getting hurt, and then other guys were getting older. We just had some bad misfortune. But, with our quarterback now, we just need to retool and rebuild around him. We stuck. We stuck. We stuck. Now, in the process of us being stuck, it makes me like it's two things that go on in my mind. It's a heavy frustration. There's a piece of me that's like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to keep calling it what it is, keep telling people we'll never do nothing with this current situation. And I don't care if we win or lose. There's a part of me that feels that way. Like, I've been really questioning myself lately and thinking through some stuff, right? And I've been saying to myself, honestly, I've been letting the haters influence my mind in this sense. I've been saying, man, when I start going rogue, they say I ain't a real fan. And I don't care that they say I ain't a real fan because I know who I am and I know I love my team. I want to see them win. Whatever, right? But is there a such thing as wanting your team to win so bad that you're not dealing with the stupidity anymore? You're not dealing with the optimism of trash anymore. Like them literally giving you spoiled food and you're not eating that crap anymore. Like, and it's starting to make me feel like that's what makes you a fan. Making the restaurant actually give you up-to-date food that's good. I'm not putting up with your spoiled food anymore. I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I'm going to call it how I see it. He playing like a bum, he a bum. This organization doing stupid stuff, they stupid. Because what I realize with this regime doing what they're doing with this collaborative effort, meaning that we're stuck, there will never be an out to be better. Because the only group that can have accountability, they brainwashed the fan base. The only people that can bring accountability is brainwashed. They brainwashed. And I told y'all, do y'all remember last week when we lost to Houston? Y'all remember last week when we lost to Houston and all them people in the chat kept saying, I'm done. And do y'all remember what I kept telling them? Man, I don't want to hear that mess. Next week, if we beat up on the trash 49ers, which I think we're going to lose, and I was wrong. I thought we were going to lose that game, by the way. I said next week, if we beat up on the trash 49ers, y'all going to be right back. What you see today. You can't make it up. Oh, I'm officially done. I'm finally done. I said, and I told y'all this last week. No, as soon as we beat 2-3 more bad teams, y'all going to be right back. Hey, we playing good. And all it took was one. All it took was the 49ers. It didn't even take the 2 or 3 that I thought. All it took was the 49ers. Now watch the narrative next week. Oh, we beat the Browns in cold weather. Ain't no cold weather. I mean, it's still going to be cool, but it ain't going to be that 24 degrees. It's going to be 50 degrees because they moved us from night to day, and it's going to be 50 degrees against the lowly Browns. Oh, we broke the narratives. You see how we finished in the season? I mean, you can't make this. I'm done with the stupidity. And yeah, I said this earlier today. I'm being very aggressive by using words like stupidity, because at this point it is stupidity. It's been 5 years they keep doing this, and when people still out here, and it ain't the fact that people still out here rooting for the team. Nothing wrong with that. But people still coming for my head in moments like this because of my demeanor. Leave me alone. You mess with me, I'm calling what you doing stupidity. Go cheer in peace. Online, everywhere, but don't come at me, because I don't want to engage in the stupidity anymore. If you love the team and you rooting for them and you happy about what they doing, nothing's wrong with that. But don't attack me for not doing it. That's whenever I call it stupidity. You're a great fan if you have your fun, but coming at me about it, that is just stupidity. Year after year after year, I keep on being right about this same situation. What's probably going to end up happening. Opening myself to be wrong, because I need to be wrong. That means that's a good thing. But no, I be right every time. And people get mad at me, and that's just stupidity. And I am a homer, actually. I just, at this point, I'm over the stupidity. Gameboy 305, you do by trolling. Yeah, on Twitter, everything fair game. You can come at me on Twitter, because I give it back. I'm talking about on these streams. I ain't engaging in stupidity. I'm not. Just not. People don't understand how far we are from the elite teams. It's what they don't get. They don't get how far we are from the elite teams. They think that we're just health away. They think we're Tyreek 2 drops away. Don't drop those 2 passes away from being able to beat the Chiefs and the Ravens and stuff in the playoffs. This is what people really think in their mind. They have no clue how far away we are. Discipline, experience, dogness, just gritty fighting. We about to lose the only gritty person on the roster, I feel, and that's Calais Campbell. We have no idea what it takes. Why? Because we do have a soft, passive, finesse mentality. Ain't nothing about our team makes you want to run through somebody. See, the difference is, I'm not calling Zach Zealer soft, by the way, but this is kind of the difference to me. It kind of make me feel like Zach Zealer, right? It's like this, I'm going to beat my man mentality. I'm going to beat you by going around you quick and my skill, and I'm going to be the better player versus I'm going to go through you. You don't even exist to me. It's a difference. You are not resistance to where I have to alter myself to beat you around the edge or outplay you. No, you don't even exist to me. I am going to demolish you. I don't have to talk about how I'm going to do it because you're irrelevant. There is a different mindset. On this team, guys want to beat guys. On dog teams, guys want to destroy guys. It's a difference. And it ain't even that far off in verbiage, but it's a massive difference. Massive difference. I always know how good a team is in toughness when I look at their linebackers too. Are these guys waiting to react? and looking around blockers to see where you're going, or they attacking and trying to get from A to B. Like, I watch the Dolphins, and I be watching guys try to go around guys taking the wrong angle and watching it happen versus taking that man on and fighting him. Wow, that, like, oh, it's so different. It's so different, man. It's so different. And this is why we beat the bad teams, because bad teams got a whole bunch of players that they're just like you. Now our talent gets to show. Bad teams are soft. So when you beat a bad team, now your finesse is outdoing them. That's all we're doing, is being more finesse than the other bad teams. We could beat every bad team in the NFL just about, because we're going to out finesse them, because they're just as not physical as us. And you want to know what I've been waiting on? Eventually, we're going to catch one of these good teams on a bad week where they got a phenomenal record, and we're going to beat them with finesse because they having an off week. And it's going to set us back another year or two. Because eventually it's going to happen. It happens to everyone. It does happen. It's not that we can't ever be a physical good team. It's just that you're only going to do it at a rate of maybe 20%, and we're knocking on probably 7% right now. Not this year. True, not this year, but I'm just saying in general. Next year. That's why I thought we were going to beat Green Bay. Not for any logical reason. I just like, at some point we're going to get over the hump, and some things are going to go our way, and it's going to shock everybody, and they're going to be like, yeah, we can compete with anybody. And that's going to hold them down for 2 years. They're going to be like, remember the Green Bay game? Remember the Green Bay? At some point it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it still ain't happened, but at some point it is. It's going to happen. Like, the bro clock actually is right twice a day. And I just know it probably will happen next year. It'll be the Chiefs in week 3 or some crazy stuff like that. It's going, matter of fact, it might be the only game they lose all season. That's going to be just enough justification for people. We could be 7-10, but we beat the Chiefs. That tells you if this didn't happen or that didn't happen, we were a good enough team. We beat them in week 3. We were ready, but that happened and that happened, and the O-line and that. Like, oh my God, I've never, like, you know what? Tannehill took us through a really bad roller coaster, but boy, we ain't never used this many excuses for a team. We ain't never used this many excuses for a team, boy. Oh my gosh, man, you can't make this up. Oh man, let me pull it up. Somebody sent this today and I just bust out laughing. I was like, man, people do not understand this. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can at least. Oh my gosh. This is what's happening out here, man. Oh my gosh. This is what this team is turning him into. It's crazy. They've been putting that all over the internet. If man, if Tyreek would have, if the old line, if Greer, if Chubb, if the injury, if man, if was a fifth, then I'd rather drink wine. Lord. If. That's all you hear every year. If. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? Oh my gosh. Well, don't forget, if Tyreek would have caught them 2 passes, he would have had 3 touchdowns. If, Eichenberg didn't whiff on that tackle, he would have never this. If Tyreek didn't drop the ball, the underthrow don't matter, because if McDaniel called a better game, I want y'all to think about this. Chris Grier was a genius for drafting Tua. Now everybody hate Grier. Mike McDaniel was a genius for fixing Tua. Now everybody all on McDaniel. Like every aspect of the team. If you loved them before, you hate them now. But the saddest part is there's been a lot of lying in the Dolphins community. They say I troll for clicks, which is funny because 90% of the time, what I'm saying, I do believe. And they think I'm trolling. That's the funny part. But they can't recognize right in front of their own eyes the people who lying to them for clicks, who benefit 10 times way more than me for telling the truth or trolling, as they'll call it. Oh, you're trolling for clicks. If I was doing anything for clicks, then I would just lie to you. Tell you everything you want to know about Tua. Good. In the Dolphins. Good. I would lie to you. That's the lucrative thing to do. That's what would give me the clicks. That's what would drive an audience. See, now they got this running thing. Oh, you're ruining your brand. My brand is telling the truth. It ain't supposed to be liked by everybody. The truth is hard to swallow. It ain't supposed to be liked by everybody. But that is the brand. It's sad. People lie, and then they want to defend their lie. The sad part is people won't learn, though. People won't learn. Here's what I've been telling people. I don't even care about the whole Tua thing anymore. In 3 years from now, he won't even be on this roster, or he'll be exiting. That's inevitable, in my opinion. Don't make me, it's not a fact. But in my opinion, all this arguing won't be relevant. I've settled down. I don't need to fight for it to happen sooner anymore for us to get a better team. I just wait out the Tannehill term, 7 to 8 years. So 3 years from now, all of this will be over anyway. Okay. It's inevitable, in my opinion. I ain't worried about that. But you better believe when that day happen, and I'm telling you now, it will happen. I don't want to hear nothing from all these other people that have been lying all these years about our next quarterback. Whether he good or bad, I don't know. See, some of y'all think I just want to replace Tua with anybody. No, if he a bum, he going to be a bum too. If he great and I believe in him, then he be great and I believe in him. But I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all. I don't want to hear it. But some of y'all going to let them lie to you again. You know why they get away with the lies? It's because as long as they feed you excuses and it makes you feel better, you'll believe, man, if only they did that for this person. If only they did that for that person. TD, stop. You know, two of the best QB we had since Marino. We make the playoffs every year. Well, we didn't make it every year, Ronnie. With Tua. Tua's about to be likely 2-3 in his 5 years of making the playoffs. 2-3 with no playoff success. He about to be 2-3. Now, on top of that, the best player since Marino, to save the debate, I'm going to agree with you. But that still ain't saying much. You see how things can be, and I know Ronnie just talking, but you see how things can be true lies and false facts? Something that's true can be a lie, and something that's false could be a fact. What do I mean by that? Marino was a great, right? But to say he's the best quarterback since Marino, it leaves, this is a form of manipulation, not Ronnie, but this is how verbiage can mess with people. It leaves you the thought process of he's almost as good as Marino. You see, he's been the best since Marino. It's like it leaves you with, oh man, you don't want to get rid of that. But the best since Marino could still be a bum. The best, and Tua ain't a bum, but the best since Marino still cannot be good enough. So it's true. He's the best since Marino. But the pretense in which you're putting it is almost like you don't want to get rid of that. That's good. He the best since Marino. Compared to what? All the other bads, he could still be bad and be the best since Marino. Like that's the thing with the world today. People are manipulating people with true lies and false facts. True lies and false facts. Y'all know how I always use that basketball analogy? A guy can be 0-10 from the three-point line, just suck. Next year he come in, he make all layups 10 for 10. He the best shooter in the NBA. True lies and false facts. It's true. Best field goal percentage in the league. But it's a lie. The raw data tell you he ain't taking no threes like everybody else. That's what the media with politics and everything out here. It's the newest form of manipulation. And it's so effective. And if you're good at it and you're a master at it, you can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you want. Just give people true lies and false facts. They're everywhere now. People making bold statements. You look it up. Oh, he right. But you ain't got the raw data to add the context. Wait, hold on. The only reason that's that way is because of that, though. Hey, we ain't getting in all that. I'm just saying. You see, it's everywhere now, and it's so wrong. It's so messed up in society. They dumbing people down, and it's not people's fault. People out here working hard, living their life. They struggling. They trying to make it. They ain't got time to do their own research, so they just listening to you lie to them. It got to be true. Everybody in the chat agreeing. I mean, this is bigger than football. This is what's happening out here, though. In the world, media and everything. They got people out here hating each other over true lies and false facts. And all they got to do is get 5 people on a TV screen to say the same thing and agree and add on to it and omit the details to it. And hey, they done got 50 million people at home believing it too. And they believe it with a passion. Like, it's been times over the last year, people have said stuff to me, even in my family. I'm like, who told you that? Well, I'm like, you know that's false, right? No, it's not you. I can't believe you. You don't believe this. You don't believe that. Let me show you. No, I don't even want to see it. I will. Just a little. No, let me show you. Let me show you. Same time difference. Let me show you. No, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it. They so gone and they don't even want to. You can even be trying to give them the facts and no, you brainwash. They'll beat you to the brainwash. You brainwash. In very few cases, when they finally settle down and you show them, no, what is it? Well, let me look at what other, and they can't find it. Who put that in your mind? Well, they said, wow, it's bad out here, man. And you don't want to call people stupid or anything like that because they're actually victims. They actually victims. That's what's happening out here, man. A world full of true lies and false facts. And a whole bunch of people who've been put in a situation where they don't even have time to do their own research about anything. Anything. But hey, it is what it is. We need Tua. Right now we do. We don't have anything better. Right now we definitely need Tua. I'm going to call them stupid. They calling us stupid. I get it, but they victims. They know not what they do, honestly. They truly are convinced and believe what they believe. The real problem is you got to ask yourself why, especially when you have the facts and you identify where they've been manipulated. That's the problem. Those are the stupid ones, the ones that's creating the manipulation. Stop spamming. Yeah, if you're spamming, don't do that, all right? You're a better man than me, TD. I get it. But you know what I realized, Ronnie? There is zero benefit in, attacking them. There's zero benefit in attacking them. There's no benefit in that, bro. I understand they attack you. Long as they ain't physically bothering you, bro, allow people to do them. I think one of the things that bother people the most about me, my haters, is that the one thing that gets to me is that nothing gets to me. Like I laugh at all the running jokes. What did Tua do to you? Did he steal your girl? Yeah, he did. That's what I tell him now. Yeah, he did, and I'm bitter for it. Now I'm helping him. What did he do to you? He stole my girl, and it still hurts. It's crazy. Tua has a Pop Warner arm. He does have weak arm strength, but, it is what it is. In order for the Dolphins to actually do something special, everybody got to be perfect, including Tua. This is what people don't understand. In order for the Dolphins to actually win a Super Bowl, everything has to be perfect, including him. I mean, gosh, man, he made a few bad throws. Y'all want the man to be perfect. It's the only way we're going to win. If he was perfect in the game, we would have won. He wasn't. We lost. Well, what about them other guys? They need to be perfect too. You want them to be perfect or him or both? Because that's what's happening, y'all. Tyreek dropped some passes. Is it cool if I say, man, y'all want Tyreek to be perfect? Y'all need to chill. Is it okay if I say that? No, it's not. He making $30 million. He better be perfect. There's another guy making 50 and he ain't got to be. Here's what's funny to me. Do y'all realize that an overthrow is no different from a drop? Are y'all going to sit here and tell me Tua didn't have 3 bad throws all game? He had at least 3 bad throws in the game. Tyreek had 3 drops. Same thing. Yeah, but he dropped the touchdown. How many balls did Tua underthrow that should have been a touchdown to Tyreek that should have been in stride? That you're lucky he even caught it. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all want him to be perfect. At some point, you're going to realize it's the only way we can win. A Super Bowl, that is. You got to be perfect. And every time you play the great teams, you got to be perfect. Well, that's not realistic. Then you got the wrong quarterback. Because now then in other words, you need to have one who can do enough and not have to be. TD crashing out. I'm having fun talking Dolphins. I'm having fun talking Dolphins. That's simple. Which leads me to our sponsor of the video, Layup, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Take advantage of Layup. Have you ever thought to yourself, really, like, I wish I didn't bet on the game last night? You know how you put the parlays in, you be like, man, I wish I didn't bet on it. That was dumb of me. Why would I take 2 or 4 touchdowns and no picks? You know, you ever wish you didn't do that? A parlay on a game that seems fun, but at the end of the night, you're like, oh, man. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you need Layup. All right. This is a game where you don't lose. You actually don't lose. You're incentivized to just save your winnings in the account. Why? Because if you save your winnings in the account, the prize pool gets bigger and bigger the more that you save. All right. Next week's prize, as you can see on the screen, is over $2 million. You see the save to increase button. You can take advantage of that. All right. Y'all got to go sign up for Layup. Use code tdphinstalk. All right. How Layup works, and I love playing it because what they do is they send you 3 picks every single day. You hit on all 3 of those picks, I get paid out. If you see it on the screen right now, they sent me Saints, Packers over 43.5, Packers to win, and Bucks to win. If I hit on all 3 of those, I get paid out. Okay. And if you hit on your picks multiple times, all your picks in a day, you get paid out. Also, they send it multiple times a week. 3 picks that you get every single day for 21 picks in a week. You get all 21 picks right, you win that jackpot. You actually get a chance to win the jackpot, all right? So get in on it. And I'm gonna be honest, I like the chance to win big, so I just save more and more money with Layup. So every single time that I win, I just keep the money in the account and the prize pool gets bigger and bigger for me, okay? So try Layup out. It is a new app, all right? Get in on it. The QR code is going to be on the screen in just a second. I'm going to put it up for y'all. Here it is. Go ahead and get the QR code. Get in it. Start winning now. Take advantage of it, all right? Don't forget, the code is tdphinstalk. They've partnered with me because if I can get as many people as I possibly can to sign up, it makes the partnership even stronger because I'm bringing people over to test the app. They're trying to learn how people love it. They're trying to make it funner. They're trying to make it so that everybody loves playing layup. So they're using me to reach out to you all to say, hey, come play it, come test it out so that we can see how people love it and how they love the game. And hey, worst case scenario, they get to win some free money right now. All right. You can withdraw your winnings if you want, but the more you save, that's the key. The more you save, the more that the jackpot and the prize pools are for you. Okay. All right. So layup just gives you that rush without regret. A lot of y'all get that rush with gambling. This isn't the same. This is actually incentivizing you to save your winnings. All right. And you don't have to lose any money. No deposits required. If you want to go bigger and put deposits, you can. So take advantage of the opportunity with layup, ladies and gentlemen. Again, join using TD Finstalk and play for a pot of $2 million each week for your first month. No strings attached. All right. Take advantage of it. Hey, man, a lot of y'all been saying y'all been liking it, but if you sign up, let me know how you like it, all right? All right, again, use code TDFINS, all right? All right, y'all, listen, Green Bay playing right now. They obviously blowing out the Saints 21-0. Another good team that's poised right now at this point of the season. This is what it's about. Why can't be us, y'all? Why can't it be us? This is all I ever wanted. I just want to be in the playoffs and feel confident about my team. That's it. Let me check. Y'all give me a second. Need to check on this real quick. Packers are winning. Bucks are winning. So I'm good. 43.5. It's going to be tough. I think I can hit it, though. We'll see. 21 so far. Another 23 to go. It could happen. What is it going to take for us to get to that point? We're going to run it back next year. Let me tell you what I think they're going to do. We're going to hit the red button next year. DEFCON 5, 6, whatever the highest it can go. We're going to hit that button next year. What does that mean? They're going to go for broke. They're going to ruin the future at the expense of the now. I already know what's going to happen. We're going to be proud and we're going to have some hope too. That's what it's going to do. We're going to be proud and we're going to be optimistic. What do I mean by that? I think they're going to get an offensive lineman in the first round. They're going to get a nice, I don't know yet, maybe even another offensive lineman in the second round. Free agency, we're going to restructure all these contracts, what we can now. And they're going to spend every penny. And they're going to leave the old line without question. We already got the weapons and stuff. They might even bring in another weapon. We might even in the second round get a wide receiver. They're going to go get them safeties in free agency. They're going to actually spend some money. Our books will be worse than the Saints has been all these years, these last several years, after we do. But they're going to go all in, like they ain't going to leave a penny. And we're going to be like, man, this roster loaded. Like we thought it was loaded before, but man, we got the old line. We got the this. We got the. They going for it. They have to. And they're going to. Depending on who all we bring in, I don't know what it's going to do overall, but we going to see. We going to win 11 plus games. We going to be a good draft stock. As long as Tua don't get hurt, of course. We going to make the playoffs. And we going to believe like, hey, man, we got a team now. And no matter what happens, if we succeed, we all could be happy. But if we don't, we won't recover till 2028. We won't recover till 2028. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. Or we're going to have an offseason of shockers. Chris Grier fired. And Stephen Ross on the podium saying, I'm going to let the new general manager evaluate the coaching staff and the players and personnel. It's going to be their decision on what they want to do. Here's what I will tell you that nobody thinking about. If you get a new GM, it's only a matter of time everybody gone. You get a new GM, they ain't coming here to sell you on why they can build a winner around Tua. They're going to come in here and sell you on why they're going to try to build around, but they're going to make a determination within the first year if this is the guy. Too much mystery with this team. It's even hard for me to put facts together and make an assumption of what's going to happen because we're so dysfunctional. We shall see. We shall see. Let me hit these super chats real quick. I just realized people have been donating to the channel. Thank you, everybody, for the donation love, for those who have been donating. If you sent me something on the Cash App, thank you. Salute to you. A lot of y'all, some of y'all have been sending Merry Christmases in the Cash App. Thank y'all so much. Really, I'm going to take all it. Like the Cash App's been sitting there for like 2 weeks now. Whatever y'all send in the Cash App, man, I'm gonna put it all together and get the wife something special. Well, if I have enough, whatever I do have, I'm gonna get the wife something with it and just let her know Merry Christmas from tdphinstalk family. For her, for holding it down, allowing me to stream as much as I do and doing all she does back behind the scenes. Y'all always look out for her and bless her and stuff like that. She's greatly appreciative. But that's typically what I do, like the Cash Apps and stuff. I always make sure that she gets something special. So I and y'all have blessed me a lot. So I'm probably she probably ain't gonna watch this, but I might get her a little Disney luggage she been wanting. So thank y'all. She might come on in a week or so and say thank y'all too. I don't know, but salute to everybody who've been showing love on the channel, of course. But those who have been sending it to the Cash App, thank y'all too, because it's been coming through lately. And it goes a lot further, by the way. Like sometimes people be giving $100 and stuff. Send it through the Cash App because YouTube taking 40 of it when you do. Cash App gonna take $3. Just saying. The people that send in $10, YouTube gonna take 4. Cash App taking like 20 something cent, 30 cents. All right. I just always encourage. It's ain't me asking you to send Cash Apps. It's just me encouraging you. If you're gonna donate, especially significant amounts of money, send it to the Cash App so it can go further. I don't like wasting money to YouTube like that. I'm just saying. But thank y'all. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. But let's read these super chats for those who have blessed this channel tonight. Not pay Robert Hunt and Gink. Yeah. Robert Hunt, I understand. Van Ginkel, that's a travesty. Van Ginkel is a travesty. We'd have one more win if we had Van Ginkel on this roster right now. I think he's good enough for one more win. You know how hard it is to impact how many wins? Van Ginkel would have been good enough for one more. We wouldn't be in this situation right now, even with the injuries. Exposed 305 said, Merry Christmas, TD. Same to you and your family. Be blessed, brother. Flick said, as Dan for the clip I sent. It's funny. Play it. I'll check it out. I'll hit him up. Josh, man, 34 months, because he said, what up, cuz? Happy holidays to you and the fam. Much love. Love you, brother. Sevlo, not to be redundant, TD, but just looked it up. Chop leads all first-round defensive linemen in sacks, second in pressures, behind Verse. How many defensive ends were drafted in the first with him? Only 3, right? Him, Turner, and Verse, if I'm not mistaken. That's the comparison. And Turner in Minnesota share snaps. They're like a 5-man rotation. Van Ginkel is in there. So I understand in Minnesota why the production may not be as high. They got tons of guys, Cashman, all of them, making plays off the edge. But Verse may be one of the only ones getting a lot of playing time. If that, I'm not sure how much playing time Verse get. But Chop has been blessed with immediate starting and playing a lot because of the injuries. So I don't look much into that. As far as between all rookies, again, Chop's doing good. Chop's doing good. I'm just not sold yet. I'll be watching these sacks, man. I like his engine in the pursuit, but it's not happening in the confine. Like when you play the best teams, it's not happening as much in those confines. Yeah, he'll get one here and there against a good team, but it's not happening as much. That's what I like to see. Be dominant against when the game matters against good teams, when they need you to be the big guy. Next up, happy holiday to you and your family, TD. Thank you to against win teams 3-12. Cowboys, okay, 3-12 against winning teams. Cowboys. Cowboys. Buffalo once. That happened week 2 or 3. And is it Baltimore, the little comeback? 6 touchdowns? Is that it? And that's 3-13 at the time we played them. They had a winning record. Cowboys, Baltimore, Buffalo. The Baltimore and Buffalo games were like week 2 and week 3. And the Cowboys last year was later. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know any other winning teams we ever beat with him. It got to be those 3. Bills once, Baltimore, and the Cowboys last year. Such a shame. Some people be like, yeah, but that's the Bills and the Ravens. Week 2 and week 3. Stop. We beat Lamar Jackson once upon a time. Saw my other super. Yeah, I saw it, brother. I got you. Merry Christmas to your family. Keep giving truth. Thank you, Carrie D. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Like when I hear stuff like that, Carrie, it encourages me because some people call my truth manipulating people like you. I'm manipulating you. And with my narratives, right? I just try to be honest and factual. Like yesterday, Tua actually had a really good game. They just don't like that I'm not moved by it. Like I acknowledge Tua had a really good game. He threw some dimes to Tyreek. They weren't caught, but they were dimes. He had maybe like 2 or 3 passes that were like, that ain't good. And they were all pretty much outside the numbers. One of them dumping it to somebody's feet or something. It was like, what was that, Tua? You know, he had like 3-4 bad throws in the game, but that ain't nothing. overall, he was phenomenal yesterday. But I'm not moved because it's nothing new. He's always phenomenal most of the time against teams below 500. This was nothing new. Honestly, it was underwhelming. Bubble screens, 4 passes past 10 yards that was complete all game. Some dimes that were dropped. Yeah, great game. But it doesn't move me. So thank you, Carrie. It makes me feel good that you see that I'm trying to be truthful. And I'm truthful that Tua had a great game yesterday. But it just don't move me. McDaniel must have to spend countless hours away from his family each week creating new screen pass plays for Jonnu and A-Chain to mask Tua deficiencies. Merry Christmas, TD. That's kind of how I feel. I feel that that's exactly what be happening. You guys doing Wednesday show? No, there is no show on Christmas Day. There is not. Okay. All right, y'all. But thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to check Layup out. Again, let me put the QR code on the screen. Like I said, if you ever thought to yourself, I wish, I didn't bet the game last night. What a dumb decision. I thought that parlay would hit, but now I regret it. You need to play Layup, all right? Now you can win money, big money actually, with big games by saving instead of gambling. I love playing Layup, all right? Some of y'all gamblers, some of y'all not. If you don't want to gamble, play Layup. They actually incentivize you to save your winnings. And you're not risking your own money. So get in on the app, have some fun, try to win some money. That way they can test it out at how it is. And all those who support the sponsor, it supports the channel, and I thank you for it, all right? And this isn't gambling for the people who are like, oh, I don't like the gambling. This isn't that, all right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. I'm ready for 2025. We're going to get through the rest of this season. I ain't gonna lie, it would be nice to make the playoffs, even if we skirt in. I just want to see Dolphin football, to be honest with you, as a fan. But we'll see, all right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. Y'all stay blessed. We got one more super chat. Uncle Ron just said, did you see Ross' reaction at the end as if we had won a Super Bowl? I have never seen anything more ridiculous in my life. Have you? We were talking about that at the beginning of the stream. He even gave in the locker room McDaniel the game ball. He even gave McDaniel the game ball. We stuck. Our owner don't even get it. He think it's all good because he making money and he go to some home games and we win and he up there happy with his friends. He think life is great. Why? Because the money they make in F1 racing, one race, is more than the Dolphins make for the whole season for them. You think he worried about us winning or losing? Everything good. I got a sports mecca down in Miami. Miami Open, F1, Dolphins, Hurricanes, plein air. Oh, we good. He clueless. He show up to the home games and he like, oh, we winning at home against the bad teams. I like this. He's clueless. He's clueless. It is what it is. Love y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. Go. It's movie night with the babies. Christmas movie. So we're gonna hang out with them in the living room and watch a family movie and chill. So I'm about to get to that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, man, fins up no matter what. No matter the turmoil, we love our team. No matter all of this drama and crap, we love our team, though. It is what it is. But happy holidays to you all and your families. People, different circumstances out here. Love on your family. Whether you can get them gifts or not, doesn't matter. Just love on them. People, and we just lost people in our families. On my side of the family, lost some people. My wife's side lost some people last week. We were traveling a little bit the last few days. Y'all don't know that. But you never know when something like that can happen, man. Just love on your families, man. Love on your families. All right. Appreciate your family and what you got. Appreciate Tua. Appreciate him being our quarterback because he's the best option we have right now. And as a Finn fan, I do appreciate my team. I just, disagree with the direction they headed. And I don't like it. I don't like it. But until the offseason, fins up no matter what. Let's get it, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Maybe you could get a little, I don't know. If I can, I'm going to try my best to stream tomorrow for sure. But it's going to be like in the middle of the day. 2-3 p.m.-ish or something like that. Because after that, I'm off. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Y'all be blessed.